I'm a monster calling out your name. I live in fear, you'll answer me.
You know, you ever have like cut marks? Like cut scars?
Like where the
Deliberate cuts?
I've
You ever been down that path?
I don't think I know.
Sensory overload, I need relief.
I'm alarmed.
Well, you know, I'm looking forward to that new Harmony Korine film, Distorted Blob. I like the original Blob films, The Blob, and I think Steve McQueen was in the original, and you know they're cutting edge for the time, just this oozing mass destruction. And well, he's taken this angle on his new film called The Distorted Blob, and it's a blob that comes with a noise.
Like the blob is making the noise, or just it's a blob, and then there's also this.
It's an
noise.
assault on all front.
Oh, so it's like a sensory overload.
Yeah, like
so. I mean, you've got the physical blob, which is dangerous.
Yeah,
and then you've got this other entity sound.
It's like Legos crashing into each other.
It's just like a.
Some of them connect and it's pleasing, but just when you're like happy about that,
I imagine like a big tub full of Legos, but not full, like a third full, so they can move. And then I imagine like a radio static kind of a.
And then there's a.
But you don't. That's insidious. It slowly comes into your conscious because all that other shit's going on. And then all of a sudden, it's like too late. The fucking blob's at your ankles, sucking you in. Sucking you in.
This is truly terrifying.
Yeah, and
what you're describing.
And the thing about it is, it's like you'd think the blob had something to do with the sound. Nothing. It's just like an evolutionary thing. It's like it's taking advantage of that moment. There's this fucking thing going on, this noise, distraction. Blob has nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with it.
Huh.
Independent noise.
When does this do for release?
Early May 2021.
The hair on my, if you could see my arm, it's just raised. The hair on
I can hear the hair in your hands stand up. I can hear it. It's
my hands crazy. Are just so cold. I can't even touch my other arm.
I'm vulnerable.
If I were to do some sort of self-injury, I think I would do it to my right arm to relieve
avoid the old scars.
And stick to the news.
I mean, that's freaking medals. You know, it's like your trophy case there. You don't want to go over what's already been written.
I've been taking some online tests, and
I got ADHD.
Some free IQ tests, and so I'm very. By the way, you should take this certain IQ test that I took because I scored very high. I don't know what you scored, but I would imagine it wouldn't be quite where I was. I mean, I think right now that I'm labeled a genius. I should get that looked into, but then it also led me into this Asperger's spectrum, which I don't agree with, but
well, it's certainly made up. It's a made up illness.
It doesn't exist. That's why. I mean that's my prop.
Yeah.
But I still took the damn the test, the online test, which I forget the name of the doctor that oversaw this question. It was like 10 questions, multiple choice, and then they scored you on it, and I mean, I think it said it was like 95%.
That's a high
accurate.
number. That's a high percent.
But,
so, congratulations. So,
I'm dealing with all the news really well. I take the highs.
It's nice to know.
Yeah, no, I mean,
that explains a lot.
I wonder if I'm going to qualify for benefits at some point, if I can get this locked down, or since I'm over the age of 21, am I kind of left in the dust? Because that's a fucking tragedy. If I don't somehow get some sort of state benefits, or, I mean...
You're owed that at the very least, and, getting locked down is...
Well, there should be some back pay, because if I've been Asperger's my whole life...
Yeah.
like I should have been getting some sort of compensations, and I should at least be able to have food stamps.
You look good tonight, by the way. I've turned into a cloud, a human cloud. I'm just floating between worlds. I've been peeing a lot. I've been marketing myself very religiously. I'm a commodity, and it's one planet's a dark red, the next planet's an indigo, and I like indigo. It's more the problem of who's running the show, I want to go back to indigo, but it's just not working out.
The guy that played Kylo Ren in the newer Star Wars movies, I don't know his
Paul
name.
Hogan?
But I would think that that actor would be a really good Ernest in the Harmony Korine.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if that's been explored.
He's a bigger guy than you imagine. He's kind of a gangly, like, I always think, like, when I'd be weird when I was younger, I'd stand on tippy toes and I'd kind of walk big.
Well, that's the thing, you look awkward. He's naturally.
Yeah, no, but that's how he is, and he doesn't appear that way. Yeah, but I would always do that for fun, like when like my adult ADHD, and sometimes I do it in my office at work, where I'll shut the door, and my office is kind of small, but I'll do this real rigid, kind of stretched out, bunga bunga unga bunga kind of. Yeah, but when I answered that battery, I had mentioned that was part of the Asperger's thing, I think. So.
Oh well, I'm glad you get
self-medicate.
I'm glad you get some closure in that regard. I'm just really impressed with the hand to can ratio you got. I mean, geez, man, I just didn't realize
these aren't minis.
They're not. They're not.
They're not the ponies. I used to love drinking ponies, and you get an 8-pack of ponies. They're like 8 ounces or something. And I remember
that's a real fucking asshole move.
Walking around parties, and I'd be like, I'm just gonna drink a little. Yeah. Just gonna get a little drunk. And then to further things, when I was smoking, I would smoke those 75s that were shorter cigarettes, and then I'd use the mini lighter. So I'd walk around with this mini cigarette and a mini lighter, and I felt like Andre the Giant. I felt like a giant. God.
The spirit, though, is just it's a gigantic spirit.
To be 34 again.
To be in the desert and just be running.
When you had those 2 surgeries, the 2 open hearts were in like a 3-week span, and nothing on those, huh?
Oh, no. Everything you can imagine about the open heart stuff was terrible. Had everything go wrong.
Did they have to actually? They
had to pull it out and look at the fucker.
I haven't seen my doctor yet, but when I was corresponding with the internet piece, they had talked about some of the behaviors that I might be having or displaying. A gluten-free diet could maybe fix that. I want to go. Believe me, I don't want to do medication. I don't. That's. You know me.
You want to go that way, you've earned it, and I wouldn't blame you for doing it.
I'm holistic. Like, I want to do acupuncture. I want to do some transcendental
CBT
meditation, and I just.
You need an app on your phone to just help you calm the fuck down.
Jalapeno mac and cheese with
the brown
popcorn
sauce.
Chicken.
I left my CD drive open, and the cat jumped
into the drive.
Into the drive.
Did it get into the computer, or did it just kind of did it get into the
the computer is fucking done, and the cat is dead.
Oh,
the cat's dead. Yeah.
This is kind of a Halloween story. You loved that thing.
Yeah, that's the fucked up thing about all that, is that people that I know and trusted for a long time were saying, were telling me I didn't love my cat. They're like, you don't care about that cat. That's just a prop in your little film project.
They're fucking liars, and they're assholes, and you don't need to take that shit.
I told him I didn't want him involved in this because I didn't want to break his heart.
Didn't want it to be that.
He insisted.
He insisted.
He's insisting.
He's still insisting, even after his death.
Post-mortem.
People are pissed at me. I'm getting the mail about it.
Are you getting threats? From, coworkers.
Some guy showed the fuck up.
Shit, now every time your doorbell rings or somebody knocks or your security cameras. Yeah.
There's 4 letters in the alphabet at my point.
Yeah, no.
PTSD.
Yeah, no, you'll become triggered very easily now. And I'm scared for you. And I think
rightfully so.
Probably should get a gun.
Yeah, I got one of them. I got more now. And I'm looking at newer models and bigger options.
Do they still have the ones that
bullets are?
Yeah, I was going to say there's mythical ones that really like. I wonder if you can still buy the bullets that pierce bulletproof. I'm wearing a bulletproof vest. It's part
so
of my
crazy
phobia.
how they can just. Before they were so bulky and they were obvious.
Oh, no, yeah.
I noticed you had it on when you took your jacket off. No reason to bring it up, but it's understandable. But
it's nothing to do. It's no slight to you.
I get that. And then I'm not taking it personally.
No, I wear. It's part of my disorder. It's a safety blanket. It's like a weighted blanket.
I personally like the new you.
Yeah, well, I feel better. I feel great. I've been running almost a half a mile a week.
I noticed the comfort having that on brings you. I want you to be happy.
It centers me more because I've been in a rough stretch there.
I know. I can't imagine what it's been like for you, but I know I've known what you've been through, and I wouldn't have handled it as well as you have.
Well, I'm not. I'm not working right now, and I
shouldn't be.
Yeah, no, and I'm trying to get on to disability. I got some wicked heartburn. I went and had that sandwich, the McRib.
Oh,
I had about 9 hours ago, and they were
giving those out at the voting station.
It's nothing that you are saying or doing or presenting to me, but I'm really so if I'm if I'm doing stuff like that, like I'm not dying. Who's
your next of kin? Do I need their phone number?
Well, they have the HR department, so to speak.
I need access to your medical record.
Yeah, no, they have it. They have it. We don't need to talk about that.
I've been going to
but they have it. And I've signed a release of information form that'll.
You're being discriminated against.
They're going to help me. They're going to help you to help me if something bad
they have
goes
your
on.
interests at hand.
Well, but that's why I put you. You're my guardian now.
They make money off your information.
But you're my guardian now. I want you to know that. Like you don't.
I'm claustrophobic.
Don't act weird when you get in the elevator with your pants on.
Well, if she's going to be in there, there's no other option.
Well, and then when you put the rubber glove, and you've got a latex allergy.
I only have 4 fingers on them.
Yeah, well, in that place that you work, they get all that off-brand stuff. Like you're wearing Carolina Panthers Super Bowl champions and 4-fingered latex gloves, but you've got a latex allergy.
Her name was Guadalupe.
There was a lot of polyester in that T-shirt, and that T-shirt had false information on it. It wasn't even fake news; it was false.
I don't know what to do with all that detergent, but I can't use half of it.
You can't tell me that I'm spewing falsity because Grandma worked at the fast food restaurant, and I'm well versed in this shit.
It's nothing like being the best at cribbage and losing like you're the worst at cribbage.
On purpose, just to win wood nickels.
I loved her.
I've fallen for the world.